So really understanding the root cause. A lot of them are so hung up on topicals
Mhm.
that like they're not really looking at the underlying issue. So we know that our gut and our skin are so closely related. Like our microflora in our gut is just, it controls pretty much everything. So really focusing on the holistic and internal fixes of acne, not just trying to slather something on it, I think is the biggest hurdle, because
Mm.
that is so foreign to so many people. They're like, what do you mean what I eat is going to affect how my face looks? Like that kind of gap there, I guess, is one of the biggest hurdles. Um, and then really being patient, because when you do
Mm.
start making changes, it's not always, you don't see results usually right away. I mean, acne is one of the things that tends to um, clear up as far as PCOS symptoms when you do start making changes in what you eat and how you sleep and the supplements you take. Acne is one of the most fulfilling and satisfying changes that you can see. I mean, quote unquote, quickly, but even then it usually at least a few weeks,
Mm.
at least in my experience.
Yeah.
So that's a big challenge. And then making swaps in your home, like things like, not just your cosmetic products. So, everything that you put on your face and on your skin and on your body throughout the day, but also things like your drinking water, and all these little things can actually make a big impact in your life. And then the food that they eat as well, right? So it can be tough all around, but I guess wrapping their head around taking a holistic approach and being patient would be the biggest challenge.
Mm. Yeah, that's definitely something I see a lot. I do go on a lot of Facebook groups and try and give my two penneth of advice, and it's amazing how 99% of them are just saying, what topical shall I use for this, or what makeup will cover it, or I've
Oh,
just I've just started spironolactone. How long does it take to work? And
yeah.
in the nicest way possible, I'd love to get hold of them and just shake them by the shoulders and just say, this isn't the way to do it.
No. Oh my goodness. As like a temporary quick fix, like, fine. I understand that you want an answer or you need help today. And even if you are working on making these changes overall, like it still doesn't help how you look and how you feel when you go in public today. I totally get that.
Mm,
Like
mm,
I own concealer. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I totally get it, but I hear you. Like, I just want to shake them. Like, this is not the answer, especially when they start recommending things like Spiro or Clean and Clear or Proactive or all these things. And it's like, ugh, this is not
mm.
good. This is just going to make it worse in the long run. Like,
Yeah,
these are just band aid fixes, right?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And it's the way that I look at it is it's the difference between treating and curing,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you can treat acne, and again, from my experience, most of the treatments don't work particularly well anyway. But even if you had a treatment that works, generally, unless it's one that causes damage to your body, and then maybe your acne won't come back, but that's another story. What tends to happen is, you treat it, but you have to keep treating it and treating it and treating it.
Yeah. I
But
call
if
this
you,
symptom whack-a-mole.
yeah, absolutely. And if you cure it, it's cured, right?
Right. Well, look at you.
So
You're living proof of this, right? Like,
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But I guess the other thing that I see a lot as well is you can give people the best advice in the world, but it's the biggest challenge a lot of people have is changing their lifestyle, changing their diet. Like you said,
mhm.
swapping things out in their home, swapping out, products that they use to clean themselves or to clean the home or whatever it might be. A lot of people I find have a real challenge going outside of their comfort zone, whatever their comfort zone happens to be.